You don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. To the air, it's Jordan. Takes the easy completion. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. On the move to his left. He'll pull it down. Open space at the 25. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. And you saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ready to fire from the pistol. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand. The Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone. It's Neighbors. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch. It's Jordan.
I mean, what great athletic ability to toe tap the sidelines and keep them in bounds. What a one-yard gain.
On second down, just keeps firing. The sweet feet buy a little time. Trying to get rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off the spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go. Time to take a shot. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-timer.
They'll leave it with him. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to run it. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And they will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Fires and picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to pass. It's Jordan. He's going for it all. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the move, it's Hankerson. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Michigan 7, Georgia 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Neighbors. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that...
Gonna take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. kick it off to get us underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down for this offense. The DBs will back off a bit. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll run it again. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
They'll run the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Plows through the defense. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The give to the tailback. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
On the ground, it's Hankerson. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that 3rd down.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here before.
Yeah, and 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak. It's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. This is certainly one way to play great defense. Just play keep away with your offense. This drive will not end. 3rd down coming. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stopped him short of the marker.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Looking downfield, it's Young. Forced out of the pocket. The throw. He finds his man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football, and they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Floating away. Unloads it left. He gave him time to react, and he almost pulled off the interception. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Pressure coming. He'll throw it. What a snag by the defense. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse. Touchdown, Longhorn! What a catch and run for 6. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Coming after it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Trying to get to him. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Young. Buying some time. That's it, fly. Soft spot in the middle. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on 1st down. And he intercepts it. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Got it! And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
And how about this play by the offense? First and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Comes out throwing on first down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Trying to beat the D deep. And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. The Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football drama out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. He's got him, and they convert. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Back to pass, it's Young. Buys a little time. Going to try to get it himself. And they swarm him under.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. Throws to the back. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Power football with the run. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And this offense has got it all, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. It's a reverse. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texas 16, Michigan 14.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Motion from the offense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Yeah, not enough movement up front. You got to be a little bit more physical with this offense, but now it's 4th and 1. Another opportunity. You go for it there, you pick up some yardage. Now you made it a little bit short. Now this offense has really got to get physical.
He'll go to the sneak. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
And you feel pretty good about a quarterback sneak most of the time. Such a short yardage play. I just got to find a little crease and get through it. But this defense was more than ready for it. Built that wall up front. Nowhere to go. No push. Big stop by the D.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Release to the back. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
This defense right now is not only fighting an offense with a lot of confidence, but they're fighting against momentum too. Remember, they had a big lead earlier in this game. Now it's been reduced to just one possession, so they've got to make some big plays here on pass defense. They've got to be able to cover.
Got it past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Now on first down from the 28. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Campbell. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
He's looking to throw it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
This defense is going to need a few plays now to get some of this momentum back. Remember, they had a massive lead earlier in the game, but that's dwindled now. You wonder if they were just sleepwalking a little bit. They've got to step up now and play with some urgency.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Texas! How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
23, Texas, 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to...
He's going to fire deep. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the